Hello everyone, my name is Manohar. I'm a data science trainer and consultant. Today I'm going to explain about the topic that techniques in machine learning. If we discuss machine learning in a practical way, problem may come like classify if it is a car or cycle or like that, the data will be coming to the picture. Problem may come in a different ways. To solve those kind of problems, machine learning segregated into various types. Let me tell you agenda for the session without any kind of delay. So, firstly, let me explain what is a machine learning. After that, I will tell you about features of machine learning, and here how mobile has some kind of features like camera, RAM. In the same way, machine learning also has some kind of features. I will explain those kind of features. After that, I will explain types of machine learning. I will explain limitations of machine learning, and also I will let you know why deep learning came into the picture. After that, I will explain some machine learning techniques. After that, I will explain about machine learning applications. And in the end of the session, I will explain about complete life cycle of machine learning. So, first let me explain what is a machine learning. Here, artificial intelligence is the discipline that covers anything related to make machines smart. Whether it's a robot, a refrigerator, a car, or a software application, if you are making them smart, then it is artificial intelligence. Machine learning is commonly used alongside artificial intelligence, but they are not the same things. Machine learning is a subset in artificial intelligence. Machine learning refers to systems that can learn by themselves. Systems that get smarter and smarter over a time without any human intervention. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning, but applied to large data sets. Most artificial intelligence works involves in machine learning because of intelligent behavior requires considerable knowledge, and learning is the easiest way to get the knowledge. Humans have been obsessed with the automation since the beginning of the technology adoption. Artificial intelligence enables machines to think without any human intervention. It is a broad area of computer science. Artificial intelligence systems fall into three types: artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and artificial super intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence, which is goal oriented and programmed to perform a single task. Artificial general intelligence, which allows machine to learn, understand, and act in a way that is indistinguishable from humans in a given situation. Artificial super intelligence is a hypothetical artificial intelligence, where machines are capable of exhibiting intelligence more than British humans. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that uses the statistical learning algorithms to build smarter systems. The machine learning systems can automatically learn and improve without explicitly being programmed. The recommendation system on music and video streaming services are examples of the machine learning. Simply, we can say machine learning is a predictive modeling technique to predict what would happen in the future based on the past data. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning. Deep learning is a technique that is inspired by the way human brain filter the information. It is associated with the learning from examples. Deep learning systems helps a computer model to filter the input data through layers to predict and classify the information. Deep learning processes information in the same way as the human brain would. It is used in a technology such as driverless cars. Deep learning network architecture are classified into convolutional neural network, recurrent neural network, and artificial neural network. Now let me explain about features of machine learning. So in sometimes we may get unstructured data. After collecting the data, we need to process the data by removing unnecessary data in a given data. After making the data perfect, machine learning uses the data to predict the patterns in the data. Here the pattern means unknown results for the problem statement. With the past data, we will predict what would happen in the future. I want to know what is my business profit in the next year. I don't know what would happen, but I want to know what is happening. This unknown results for the raised question is called a pattern. This machine learning uses the data to predict the patterns in the data. Machine learning enables the computers to teach and train themselves to grow and change when exposed to new data. To understand this, let me tell you an example. Suppose consider if you are using Windows operating system and or Mac operating system or Linux operating system. If any new version will come to our computer automatically, it detects that and it automatically make you up to date. In the same way, machine learning teaches a model if any unknown data come into the picture, it will store the data into the trained data. Again with the data, it will train. From that, it can learn themselves and it will give you the results for the problem statement. And machine learning uses iterative algorithms without explicitly programming. You can observe the examples on the right side. Let me explain that. If you want to print the values from 1 to 5, then you can use print 1, print 2, print 3 and so on. But if you want to print the values from 1 to 1000, then it is possible. Is it possible to write print 1, print 2, print 3 until print 1000? Yes, of course it is possible, but it will take more time. But companies are expecting more productivity. If it is taking more time, then how companies will get more productivity? Productivity means whatever the work you can do in a 5 days, how much profit you will get? If you do the same work within a 1 day, then how much profit you will get? Definitely we will get more productivity. If you do the work in a 1 day instead of 5 days, that is what the productivity is. So to get more productivity, we have to do that work in a less time. With the iterative algorithms, we will get more productivity. This machine learning uses iterative algorithms to give the results in a very less time. There are some now let me explain about this machine learning. Machine learning is categorized into supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning as well. Unsupervised machine learning is categorized into classification and regression, and unsupervised machine learning categorized into clustering and association. Let me explain what is supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. So, in supervised machine learning is the machine learning technique. It can learn the things that maps the data and input to an output based on example input and output based learning. It infers a function from label training data and data consisting of a set of training examples. In supervised learning, each example is a pair consisting an input object, typically a vector, and a desired output parameter. A supervised learning algorithm analyzes the training data and produces an inferred function, which can be used for mapping new example. And optimal scenario will allow for the algorithm to correctly determine the class level for unseen instances. This requires the learning algorithms to generalize from training data to unseen situations in a reasonable way. You can observe in the slide, I got the data to unseen situations like Tom and Jerry data. It is a label data. Label means our target. I classified the data by training the model. Now I taken one more object. I want to know whether it is a Tom or Jerry. Supervised machine learning deal with which data is already know the results for the problem statement. If any unknown results come into the picture, data can be categorized and it can give you the results in a different manner. Now let me explain about unsupervised machine learning. Unsupervised machine learning is a machine learning technique in which the user in which the user do not need to supervise the model. Instead, it allows the model to work on its own, discover patterns and information that was previously undetected. It mainly deals with the unlabeled data. Unsupervised learning algorithm allows user to perform more complex processing tasks compared to supervised learning. Although unsupervised learning can be more unpredictable compared with other manual learning methods. Unsupervised learning algorithms include clustering, anomaly detection, neural network, etc. Unsupervised machine learning deals with unlabeled data which don't have any kind of problem statement. Unsupervised machine learning is used to grouping the similar objects which are more similar to each other in the same group and also in the real time to make it large amount of data. That time you can reduce that large data into smaller data with a principal component analysis. In the image you can observe there are some colors randomly at a place. We need to separate them which are more similar to each in each and every group. Now let me explain about the clustering. Clustering is a machine learning technique which categorized into unsupervised. Cluster analysis or clustering is the task of grouping a certain objects in such a way that objects in the same group called a cluster are more similar to each other in the same group. Each group is called a cluster. Let me tell you an example to understand what is a cluster. Consider a bank manager case. If bank manager want to give the loan for the account holder, but there is a question to whom I am to give the loan. If I give the loan to all account holders in the bank, if they won't return that amount, then who is the responsible? Manager may get lots about that, right? So bank manager decide to give the loan for the people by categorizing all of the data into the three ways, like high loan category, medium loan category, and low loan category. You can categorize the data based on only one feature like income, because everybody knows about the Vijay Mallya, right? Vijay Mallya has taken much of loan from the banks, but he didn't pay that amount to the bank. How much he has taken? If I categorize the account holders, I will decide how much amount I can give to them based on their paying eligibility. I can give the loan to them. For that, he is considering some kind of features like account holder name, account holder income, tenure. Tenure means how many years account holder is relationship is continuing with the bank. And are they self-employed? What their education? What their background? His account holder got married. If he got married, how many children he have? Like that, you can take number of features and what kind of expenditures. This kind of features you can consider. Later on, you can categorize the entire data into the different categories. To categorize the people based on some kind of features, the bank manager will contact the data scientist and he will give the data to the data scientist. Data scientist will cluster the people. This is all about the clustering. Now let me explain about the regression technique. Regression is a supervised machine learning technique which helps in finding the correlation between the variables and enables us to predict the confidence of the variable based on one or more predicted variables. Let me give you an example to understand linear regression. In the slide you can observe one image. In that image there is a data. The data is expensive of an employee. The data is experience of an employee and written test score out of 10 and interview test score out of 10 and the salary provision. Let me explain that one clearly. The employee has 5 years of experience and his test score and interview score are 9 and 7. Company HR decided the salary as 12 lakhs per annum. And second employee has 4 years of experience and his test score and interview score are 8 and 9. Company has decided the salary to him as 6 lakh per annum. In that way, many employees are there. HR decided the salary based on their experience and test score and interview score. This prediction of salary based on highly correlated is called the regression. In the left side, you can observe there is a plot. The plot is called the regression plot. So now let me explain about the classification. Classification is a supervised classification. It is a process of categorizing a given set of data into the classes. It can be performed on structured and unstructured data. The process starts with the predicting classes of given data point. The classes or object refer to target labels or categories. Let me tell you an example to understand this classification. Consider a dog and cat. If you ask him to categorize which one is a dog and which one is a cat by showing some kind of image, then how our mind is classified the data into the different categories based on some kind of features. We can segregate which one is a cat and which one is a dog, right? This is what this is all about this classification. Now let me explain about the association. Association rule meaning find the interesting associations and relationship among large data sets or data items. This rule shows how frequently an item occurs in a transaction. A typical example is market-based analysis. Market-based analysis is one of the key techniques used by large relationship to show association between items. It allows retailers to identify the relationship between the items that people buy together frequently. In the slide, you can observe one data set. In the data set, the first customer bought milk, bread, tea powder and water, and second customer bought milk, coffee powder, water, and the third customer bought honey, tea powder and water. So if fourth customer is going to buy a milk, then what kind of product we need to suggest? This recommendation system is called association. And there are more recommendation methods like upselling and cross-selling. Upselling means whenever the customer came to us to buy a 3000 rupees mobile, then we need to recommend him to buy a 5000 rupees mobile. That is what the upselling is. Whenever the customer came to our shop to buy a mobile, then we need to recommend him to buy a headphone set. That is what the cross-selling. So I hope you understand this upselling and cross-selling. Now let me explain about this machine learning techniques. Machine learning techniques are anomaly detection, categorization, visualization, classification, trend analysis, clustering, and decision making. Let me explain each of its application one by one and come to the classification. I already explained to you about the classification, but let me give you a brief. Classification is a machine learning technique that uses the data given to it, and from that it can learn and classify the new observations. And come to the clustering. I explained to you about clustering, even though I will give you the brief. Clustering is a technique that grouping the set of objective in such a way that objects are more similar to each other in the same way. And come to the categorization. Categorization is a technique that organizing the data into the categories for its most effective and efficient use. And come to the decision making. How you take the decision in your life, based on that your life is dependent. So your decisions are your life. After predicting based on that, outcome will be come into the picture. Now let me explain about this anomaly detection. Anomaly detection is a technique that is used to identify the cases that are more unusual data which is seemingly homogeneous. Consider an example as employee salary. If the employee's salary is 21,000 rupees per month, in some of the months he absent for his job. So salary can less depends on his working days in a month. At one festival, company has given the bonus salary to the employee. Actual salary is at 21,000 and due to his absence and present, he got less salary, and finally in that month he got the salary as 40,000 along with the bonus. So if I want to predict my next month's salary, then may I need to be consider this bonus salary as well? Definitely no. Because if I predict my next month's salary by considering this bonus salary as well, then that time my salary may come more than my actual salary. So that is the reason we need to be detect our outliers, and we need to be remove those things. Here the outliers we can call professionally as anomalies, right? Now come to the data visualization. Visualization is a technique to present the data into the graphical format. It enables decision makers to perform analytics. To present the data visually, there are some packages are available with the Python tag, Matplotlib, Seaborn, ggplot, Bouquet, Peggle, Plotly, Geoplotly, Gleam, Leather. These kind of packages are available. Matplotlib was the first Python data visualization library. Many other libraries are built, designed to work during the analysis. They allow you to access a number of Matplotlib methods with a less code, while Matplotlib is a good for getting a sense of data. It is very useful for creating charts quickly and easily, and Matplotlib is extremely powerful, but that overcomes complexity. Now come to the trend analysis. Trend analysis is the technique that is aimed at projecting both current and future movements of events. Through the use of time series analysis, trend analysis is used in a technical analysis that attempt to predict the future stock of price movements based on the recently observed trend data. Trend analysis is based on the idea that what happened in the past gives the traders an idea of what will happen in the future. So let me tell you an example to understand this trend analysis technique. Consider that stock price prediction. At every hour, they will predict what may happen in the next hour based on present movement. For this continuous prediction of price, we will use the time series analysis. A popular and widely used statistical method for time series forecasting is ARIMA. ARIMA stands for Auto-Regressive Integrated Moving Average. If you can observe in the Amazon application, for every hour the values will be varying. Just check for an item in Amazon. Again, check for the same item after 1 hour or after 2 hours. You can observe the price varies. Because of in the Amazon, lots of vendors are. They will decide the product price in the same way. We will predict the price for every next hour. Okay. Now let me see the applications of this machine learning. In manufacturing, we use this machine learning for cost reduction through predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance leads to less maintenance activity, which means lower labor cost and reduce the inventory and material wastage. For example, consider I have a door manufacturing company. When I start my company, I don't know how much material and how many members I need to be trained. So for that, I spent lots of material and lots of money, but I lost all the money and material. So now I got a project to manufacture 1,000 units. Then I know how many members I need to be keep and how much material I need to be keep. So for that, you can use this machine learning because you can predict how many members are needed to use 1,000 roads and how much material is needed for work. You can decide by using this machine learning. And in the healthcare, to find whether the patient has a disease or not. For example, consider the COVID-19 scenario. If the person has a cough, cold, headache, lungs pain, then we are considering he has a coronavirus. Sometimes they might be with a cold but corona is negative. Sometimes they might be positive. It's a new virus, so many are engineering with it due to lack of medicine. So to test all the persons with their blood, it may take too much time. So virus expands to the society in a very less time. So that time it is better to take up the status of the health of a candidate and then make the predictions. It gives us the results, but always it is not correct. It will give you the 75% of the correct results and 25% of the wrong results. 100% no one say it is a correct like that. Now let me tell you the limitations of this machine learning. After that, I will tell you why deep learning came into the picture. As well. So the major disadvantage is the data acquisition. Data acquisition is one of the most painful find because of when to gather the data by spending years of time and by spending much of time, much of money as well. Data will be come with a cost. Data is not free. So sometimes data might be wrong. So we need to be faced with that kind of situations as well. So algorithm selection. So selecting the best algorithm is also one of the disadvantages of the machine learning, because of whenever you are getting any kind of problem into the picture, at that moment there are number of algorithms in a machine learning. Which algorithm is suitable, yourself will to be decide just by understanding about the problem statement. And the major disadvantage with the machine learning is it can't recognize the images. Whenever you pass any kind of image data set to the machine learning can't categorize the entire data into different classes. It can't predict whether it is a dog or cat, right? So these are the disadvantages with the machine learning. So now let me explain about how human brain works from the artificial brain. So a nerve cell is a neuron, a special biological cell that processes information. According to the estimation, there are huge number of neurons, approximately 10 power 11, with numerous and interconnections. The interconnections approximately 10 power 15. As shown in the figure, a typical neuron consisting of 4 parts with 10 power. Those things our brain is one. Like there are different parts: dendrites, axon, and synapses. Dendrites receive the information from outside. After receiving the information, it will be passed that information to the neuron. In the neuron, some kind of mathematical processor is going on. Whenever the neuron will be activated, then only I will be pass the information to our axon, to the synapses. Again, the synapses is connected to the another neuron. Right. Again, the process will be go until we take the better decision. Keep on, it will do the process again and again. Right. In the same way, how our human brain is working, in the same way, the deep learning also working. So instead of the dendrites, we are using the input neurons, and instead of taking the neuron, we are taking the artificial neuron. We are passing all of the information from the input neurons to this artificial neuron. Later, we are performing some kind of mathematical processor. With that, we are able to take up the decision. So in this way, our deep learning is working. So now let me explain about the life cycle of machine learning. So from the beginning of the project to the end of the project, whatever the processes we are going to do, all the processes we are calling as a life cycle of machine learning. In the first step, we need to be identify the source. Whenever you are getting any kind of problem statement, first you need to identify the source. From where we need to get the data. After that, we need to identify the data and target. Whether the target is available in our data and which column is our target to be identified. After that, we need to apply some kind of data manipulation techniques to convert the unstructured data into the structured data. After that, we need to split the data into the trained data and test data. After splitting the data into the trained data and test data, with the trained data you need to train your model. After training the model, you need to find your model performance. How your model is performing, whether your model is giving a good accuracy, whether your model is not giving a good accuracy or not. You need to find that one. You need to find your model performance. If you are not satisfied with the model performance, if you are not satisfied with the accuracy score, then again you need to apply some kind of statistical operations. Again you need to do the same process from the data manipulation until you get the good accuracy. Right. So with this, I would like to end the webinar. I really appreciate your precious time and participation in the session, along with the patience. I would like to meet you all once again in my next webinar with lots of interesting facts and information for your taking. Thank you once again, and my best wishes.